Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, I'm John, this is Many a Truder, and welcome back to Starfield, where last time we gathered everything we need for my brain surgery, which is either going to give me superpowers or possibly kill me. Still, before we get to that, yes, let's figure out how this brain surgery is going to fit into bringing down those bastards over at Infinity Limited.
We called you all together to discuss a recent security breach. We discovered a mole within the company who leaked vital information about Project Dominion to Infinity Ltd.
You've got to be kidding me.
Just don't tell me it's Vina. I think we've all noticed she's not here.
Before you speculate any further, no, it's not Vina. The guilty party is Imogene Salzo, much to my disappointment. Our operative here obtained the evidence to confirm it.
Dalton, how does something like this happen?
Imogene is highly trained. Ularu can even speak to that. We demand the best. So that's the threat we deal with.
I may have well-trained operatives, but security is your responsibility, Dalton. This is a huge failing on your part.
I accept the responsibility, but let's not forget, the mole has already been exposed and dealt with.
Of course, thanks to another of my operatives.
Alright, so Ularu, despite being the real culprit, is, yes, taking this opportunity to make a few digs at her colleagues, dear flippin' dear.
Imogene's been dealt with, so bickering is pointless. All I care about is reacquiring our property and what this might be costing us financially.
Vina is completing the internal neuroamp prototype as we speak. Our operative will receive the implant, infiltrate Infinity Ltd, and obtain any and all research. I have it on good authority the experimentations they've done to replicate the missing pieces of our work have resulted in fatalities.
And yes, indeed, that's all true on this occasion, and probably a fun thing to do right now would be start leaking some of this information to the public, because, Drexler's in a lot of cocky trouble for what Infinity's been doing with human trials and got people killed, etc., etc.
If I may make a suggestion, we should give this evidence to David at SSNN. It's the best neutral method of releasing this information to the general public.
That'd make my job easier.
David it is, then.
Misako, the internal neuroamp is ready if you want to send down the candidate.
I hope you're ready for this.
Oh, not just ready, I'm cocking excited. Hook me up, Misako. So, right. Get myself a mind control powers, use them to break into Infinity, and get the mind control technology back in our sole control. Gotcha. Oh, here we cocky go. Right, Vina, crack open my head and let's get some tech stuck inside it. Oh, and this is delightful. I can actually ask, are you actually like, a brain surgeon or anything?
Neurosurgery is my specialty. I've performed more operations than I can count on a wide variety of brains. So I like to think that I'm wildly overqualified. Really, I could do this in my sleep.
Okay, you know what? That does make me feel a bit better. Marvelous.
All right, let's get this party started. Well, look who's finally up. The operation was a success, obviously. Once you're able to refocus, let me know how you're doing.
Okay, well, for a starting point, I'm not dead, so honestly, that's a good step one.
Just a couple quick notes before using the internal neuroamp. First, you can only influence one person at a time. And second, the effect is temporary, so be prepared if you use it in a combat situation.
Okay, one at a time, only temporary, but it does at least, potentially have some use as, a combat thing, not just a conversation thing, and, yeah, I imagine had I invested heavily into the social perks, I could probably already do something very much like this. This is just kind of, a shortcut to those sort of social abilities. Though yes, how long are we talking?
Let's just say it varies based on the user. Some people have greater mental capabilities than others, which would increase the duration.
Right, bit on the uncertain side. Got it.
Now let's test this sucker out. DeMarcus has graciously volunteered for science, he says.
Alright, so we get to actually test it out right here. I love it. So, go into scan mode, look at them, press A to bring up social skills, and select manipulation. So, yeah, as I was suggesting, this would be where the other social skills would be appearing otherwise. And unfortunately, if we fail to get inside someone's brain, right, at that point they're like on guard or something, so you can't try again. So, there's Marcus. Go into social, manipulation, and 90% activates. And there we flipping go. He is now my puppet. I love it. So, okay, stay. Or instead, interact with this here panel. So yeah, it's a similar kind of like companion control you got in Fallout 4. Just against anyone, including potentially hostiles. And there we go. Door opens and the puppet does his job. Beautiful. I do enjoy, by the way, how, yes, I could say that was way too easy, this is brilliant, or that was way too easy, that's terrifyingly nightmarish and dystopian, so, I mean, honestly, yes, probably that second one.
Well, luckily that isn't up for you to decide. I hope you know, you're talking about banning my life's biggest accomplishment.
I'd even go as far as to call it the settled system's biggest accomplishment. That's something Ryujin isn't going to let go of easily. It really was fascinating how all I experienced was a moment of disorientation. It's truly remarkable tech.
Okay. As much as I'd love to go over the details and potential of this amazing piece of technology I created, Masako wants to see you. It sounds like you have an assignment to complete, and DeMarcus and I have a lot of notes to record.
Alright, so I'm guessing, yes, we're gonna be using this exciting piece of tech to break into infinity. I love it. Ah, yes, and just like they were saying to me, it might be different times for different people. So, this random unnamed person, 90%, 30 seconds. But say if I go over to, I don't know, a guard, say, they are okay. They're the same, but it might not necessarily be the same for all people. Gotcha. Still, back upstairs because, yes, Masako's got to give me my actual full mission, which by the looks of it is going to be maybe a bit on the complicated side, actually. And on top of that, we've got to, yes, trick Alaru into exposing herself, given she was the one who actually leaked the stuff to Infinity in the first place.
Now that you've been outfitted with the internal neuroamp, it's time to put that tech to work. We're sending you into Infinity Ltd. Lucas Drexler is about to learn exactly why you don't steal from Ryujin Industries. You have two options for this assignment. We'll be providing you with the means for both. Option A, you gain entry through their maintenance access on the roof. Option B, we give you an assigned identity and arrange a meeting for you.
Okay. So by the sounds of it, either we're doing sneaking, or we're doing persuasion. Okay. Well, it sounds to me like I'm probably better set up for sneaking than persuasion, simply because, sure, I've got the outfit and the drugs, but I've never taken a single rank of, the persuasion perks. So, okay. Give me your opinion. Benefits of each.
Option A, you need to remain under the radar the entire time. Option B, you have a slight cover that may give you the opportunity to talk your way to your objectives.
Okay. Under the circumstances, it's got to be A. For the simple reason that, yeah, the game's tossed some fairly difficult sneaky missions at me so far, and I've done them all pretty well. They've gone pretty smooth, I've got plenty of tools I can use to assist with that, but I have failed a couple of big conversations, like say the ultimate final chat we had with Delgado. I fluffed that completely, needs to shoot my way out, so yeah, we're gonna go for A.
Yes, the less people you need to interact with, the better. Ideally, none at all. Now, depending on your preference, you'll either find yourself in the maintenance hallway or the marketing department. From there, you have 3 targets. First, you have Lucas Drexler's computer, located in his office on the executive floor. Second is Faye Sengsavan's computer, in research and development. And third, you need to obtain the prototype they are working on, also in R&D.
As you can see, you've several floors to traverse, so I hope you're prepared for an adventure.
Now, I had Ularu create a program that you need to run on both Lucas and Faye's computers. I'll let her explain the details.
You see, once we expose Infinity Ltd., all of their data is going to come under intense scrutiny. We only want the public to know about their mercenary hires and unauthorized human trials, but Project Dominion needs to remain confidential. I've created an overseer program that will gather all the evidence we need, and at the same time delete anything relating to Ryujin and the internal neuroamp.
Okay, so smear them in the ways you want to smear them, but you've got to keep your data under wraps. Gotcha.
Now, we don't want to mess on this one. A body count will only distract from what we're trying to accomplish here. Simon Ryujin provided some useful info on how to evacuate civilians from the building. I'm sure you remember him from Sidonia. Infinity's maintenance crew is understaffed. It's only a matter of time before pressure gauges go unchecked and they have a massive issue on their hands. Once that pressure becomes too much, every floor in the building is going to suffer from gas leaks, setting off an automated alarm to evacuate the building. Simon was able to get a passcode for you to access their system's computer, so you can force the heating system to fail.
Okay, that's how we're gonna get around. To a certain point, we need to literally clear the building. Gotcha. Though yes, where's that computer on that map you just showed to me?
If the information Simon provided is accurate, you can reach the control systems through a computer located in the maintenance area. It's a pretty convenient stop if you enter in through the roof access.
Okay, now this is all starting to come together nicely. In the top, Drexler's office, straight onto maintenance. Gotcha.
I'd highly advise you use it. This assignment isn't the time to test your abilities. The only thing you're out there to prove is that you can get this job done. We're also issuing you an operative suit. It should help reduce their ability to detect you. These suits are typically reserved for the senior ranks, but we want to reduce as much risk as possible.
I do enjoy the outfits you get as you go up the organization. Those are lovely.
Once you've run the Overseer program and obtained the prototype, your final step is to deliver the slate to David Barron at the SSNN field office. If he asks questions, feel free to give him just enough information to pique his interest, but no mention of Ryujin or who you are. SSNN is used to anonymous tips. They'll do whatever verifications they deem necessary on their own to confirm the story.
Here's Simon's passcode, your operative suit, the Overseer program, and your cover identity. Your cover ID card is encoded with roof entry and elevator access, so that's your ticket in, either way. Don't screw this up, Skylar Lumen.
Okay, so I can, if I want to, back out of, one approach and try the other. So hang about. So, right. Roof access, as we were talking about. That gets me straight down to executive. There's the office. That's nice and easy. But then, yeah. I mean, by the looks of it, hang on. Where's the actual, entry point to the street or whatnot? I don't know. Presumably either general office or marketing. Because, yeah, by the looks of it, R&D may be underground, only accessible via elevators. So, okay. I mean, bare minimum, we could just walk in the front door and have a bit of a poke around using the cover story. And then, once we get down to here, yeah. The prototype and also the computer. Down the steps, across the hallway to get to the computer. And yeah, R&D seems fairly on the small side, really. All we need to do is find a way to get there. Although, more importantly than any of that, obviously... Oh, I'm not gonna lie, the operative suit and a helmet is bloody sexy, though. Curiously, the helmet, aside from being badass, doesn't actually, do anything. So I could just wear my nice normal hat, that's fine. But you know what, go on then. If we're sneaking in, let's sneak in properly, wearing the badass helmets. So I'd say step 1, go in the top, deal with a target A, and then evaluate whether we want to, either find our way to maintenance, though unfortunately, that's not really on this plan by the looks of it, and then, yeah. Do we want to spring the alarm, clear out the building, or do we want to go in the front door and see if we can bluff our way down to R&D? Oh, before I go though, don't forget, we're running, you know, a complicated double entrapment scam with Dalton to catch Alaru. So speak to Dalton before we go.
Aha. The decryption's hit a snag. There's definitely something here. This is exactly what we needed. According to this code, Ularu intended to plant false evidence that would show Masako was working with Lucas. The moment you launched the Overseer program, a series of fabricated communication files would have been uploaded to the Infinity Ltd network. One of them even frames Masako for encouraging Lucas to push for early human trials. I'm going to copy the necessary files off this slate and issue you a new one. I want to keep this one intact, so Alaru can't dispute it. All right.
And there we go. That was Alaru's plan, and now it's not gonna work.
Now, we finally have the evidence we need to prove Olaru's guilt.
Right, and now we've done that, now we could get to the sneaking. Gotcha. So, mosey on over to New Atlantis. And don't forget, wait means sneaking. So, before we go anywhere, we're putting away everything aside from, one silenced weapon, one non-lethal weapon, and the cutter. I learnt my lesson from, the Syndicate headquarters. There might be opportunities where I could cut open those special doors. Okay, and with that done, here we go. It's time for the ultimate sneaking mission. Okay, here we go. So in the commercial district, we got ourselves a front desk right here. We can check in as Skylar's summing. I've already forgotten my fake identity. That's, probably not good. Or alternatively, round the back of Outland over here, and round the back of a Gal Bank, Boo Gal Bank, etc., etc. Right. This door here. So take a right to get into, the Snake People Embassy. But if we take a left, presumably, that's gonna get me up to the roof. Lovely. So, okay. Maintenance access keycard. Is that what we've got, just out of interest? And yes, it is. Good. Good, good, good. So, in we go. Just remember, we're not supposed to be spotted, and everything's fine. It's all a-okay. I know I'm trespassing. Just make sure we've got the right power set. Yes. Sent star stuff. So, between the suit and on top of that, hang on. 2 ranks of sneaking. We should be pretty bloody hard to detect, especially with a light loadout. So, okay. Elevator. Right here. Fascinating. And let's just figure out, what's where. So, that's Lucas's computer down in that direction. 34. And then R&D way further down. And honestly, looks to me like, we've not really got too many people on the upper floor. So, elevator here. Roof access, general officers, entrance, R&D, right. There's nothing to stop me taking the elevator all the way down to R&D. But if anyone sees me in that elevator, trouble. It's okay. Crack you open. And okay. I see what's going on here. We need to, just basically have a tiny introduction to how my thing works. Persuade the guard to turn off the fan. Gotcha. Once that's in play, we'll be in a good position to drop down and maybe jetpack up again later. Right, you, sir. You are, a guaranteed manipulation. So you're now on my side. I want you to go and inspect this here switch. And there we go. Lovely. So, okay. He's now been manipulated. We just drop down. Drop down again. Beautiful. So, okay. Nice, easy start, but we always knew this was going to be the easy bits. So right to here and to... Ooh. Is this gonna be where, yeah, that, terminal to evacuate the building is? And also, be a bit careful of you. Check you, bunny. Okay, maintenance system. So if I want to empty out the entire building, yeah, this is how we're gonna do it. But let's not do that just yet, because, yeah, we might be able to do that without doing something, you know, as obvious as setting off a gigantic alarm. A gigantic alarm feels, you know, bad, in a way. Instead, yeah, just crack open the vent on the other side of the room, and let's start, you know, having a bit of a poke around here, seeing what we can find, because, okay, that's Lucas's computer. Definitely one floor below where we are currently. Alright, this looks sort of, yeah, executive-y, though. Ooh. It also feels like there's a lot more cocking people here all of a sudden. Right, we're going into a much busier area. Right, drop on down. Try and figure out who's actually, you know, on this floor, as opposed to maybe one further down. Because, yeah, you are down on what I assume is like, yeah, the general first floor or something. And we've got ourselves, yeah, vents right over there. I see you, buddy. I see you. Okay, but what I also see is, yeah, one lovely vent right over here, and maybe, like, try to avoid using jetpacks, if at all possible. Crack you open. Down. In. This might let me work around you a bit, because I'm definitely now on the right floor for his computer. Now, what is that down there? That feels like I'm going down too far, actually. Hang about. Yeah, I'm pretty much currently on the right level to be executive. If I go down one more level, I'm down into what I think was marketing. Still, if it's nice and quiet, no reason not to, you know, pop in and say hi. So, yeah. There's, like, the ground floor. That gets me deeper into marketing. Got more guards standing around here as well. Let's just, you know, try and figure out the layout. Step by step here. Straight in here. Ooh. Right. I think we're currently above marketing, but that also lets me get straight back up again around the back of you, buddy. Beautiful. Just maybe be a bit careful as to, you know, what you can and can't grab, and also hang around. Oh, blimey, sorry, I did not realise you were in your office right now. Okay. Maybe we should wait for you to not be in your office before we go, like, you know, jetpacking around the roof and whatnot. I mean, or alternatively, we do the exact thing we're supposed to be doing, so... Oh gosh darn it, we just failed our 90%. It would have been really nice to get you out of the way over there, actually. Okay, as we failed to, yes, persuade her to move, let's just, you know, mosey back to where we started, over here. Because, yeah, it looks to me like there's literally only one person between me and Drexler's office. Okay, bunny. How about we just, you know, pop out for a second. Use my lovely brain of powers too. Oh, that's him! Right, so... Okay, well, he's been manipulated. That's a problem. Your office is currently, yes, locked. Would you mind maybe... There we cocking go. Right, now just, while he's still under my control, shut the door. And okay. I think, hopefully, we've just done a very good job here. So, okay, before he realises what's going on, probably going to be out of 30 seconds any cocking moment, but bare minimum, yeah, the office security is pretty on the flimsy side. Right, just to shove all of you in here. Marvelous. Run the overseer program. There we go. Objective A complete. Probably best at this point we go back the way we came, because if we're going to do this sneaky-like, I mean, you know, R&D and whatnot, I mean, taking the lift straight down is probably not a bad idea. Alright, so just wait for the right moment for our chappie to decide he's going to walk over here. Just got away with that one. Blimey, okay. Maybe, like, you know, move a bit faster. Bloody hell. Right. Just snuck past you. Good. Good. Back the way we came. So, yeah, there's the evacuate the building button, which we only want to push as a last resort. I'm much more interested in, yes, this here lift. So, right. When you say restricted, you don't just mean that as, you know, a piece of advice. You mean that as, right. You actually mean it. Got it. And if I go to, right, general, that brings me to this external bit right here. Gotcha. I do enjoy, by the way, how I'm now just, like, going up to the receptionist dressed like this. This is beautiful. But you know what? Screw it. Hello there. My name's Skylar. I'd like to, you know, come and have a poke around inside, please.
The elevator here will take you to the marketing floor. Once you arrive, you'll want to talk to Ellis Ortiz. He's the receptionist there and will be happy to help you.
Okay, so this is going to let me, scout out the layout of this floor and figure out how to get to R&D before it's actually time to start sneaking. And now we've done that, right, we can actually access a brand new area. Beautiful. Oh yeah, this all looks brand new. I don't remember any of this, so hello there, lovely to meet you, sir.
Our waiting area is just to my right.
Okay, we don't have, like, you know, an immediate appointment or anything. Instead, marketing, dining hall, bathroom, lounge, etc., etc. Right, where am I compared to where I was a second ago? Because I swear I saw that out of order sign, but there could be more than one. And speaking of which, okay, great big, aha, signs telling me where I can and can't go. So we've got ourselves a big old staircase here. I can't deny. And down there, looks a bit R&D-ish, wouldn't you say? Like, that looks a bit science-y. And also, eyes on the ceiling, because, okay, there are hatches. More vents too, so, okay. We might be able to, use this as a launching off point to get deeper and deeper underground. Definitely easier than trying to, you know, sneak your way through the whole area. Oh, and a couple of people around here aren't just nameless, faceless drones either. Okay. Go into the office and, right. Manipulation's now showing up as a speech option. So, this person could arrange a meeting with Drexler, and that would get me into the office without doing the sneaking. So, okay, let's focus on, yes, the stuff we know we can utilize here. The various bits and pieces in this bit of the world. So, right. This, by the looks of it, is moving me, upwards. So, probably towards executive by going through the bathroom. I hang about here. Just be a bit on the careful side. Hang on, where am I now? Oh, I know where I am. Right, I'm in one of the, officers. Similar to what I was in before. So, okay. Just a mosey back to the dining room at the end here. I'm sure this was, where I saw one vent leading away, and this one is going down. Good. Good. So, where is this gonna bring me out? Because, I'd be going down towards general officers before I actually hit R&D, but I don't remember that bunting. Wherever I am now, somewhere new, I think. Right, just stay up on the rafters. With all of my sneak and the sneaking suit, surely I've got to be, you know, pretty bloody hard to detect right now. Just, keep that between security and me. use my superpowers, etc, etc. Don't mind me. Hello there, Saxing. I think this might be precisely what we're looking for. So, right. That staircase I saw earlier, we've just come around to that. The long way round. Don't mind me. Don't mind me. And right. Now, by the looks of it, we're in a lift shaft. So, okay. Just, oh, blimey, 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 blimey. Everything's fine. And now we're in, okay, we've actually got new quest markers. So, there's the prototype. And there's phase computer. Now, if I orientate myself versus the map I saw before, that would logically put the elevators somewhere over here. So, okay, just... that goes off. Stay up top. Just, yeah, on here, please. Lovely. Okay, so I'm seeing, yeah, one or more vent we can use over there. Looks to me like, yeah, potentially we're even deeper underground to get to the neuroamp. You've just moseyed over to there. So I should be able to just hop in here. Nice and quick. Lovely. Right. That's phase computer. We can also, yeah, use my scanner to manipulate anyone I want to. So bare minimum, from here, we can, like, you know, scout out the neuroamp a bit. Figure out what's going on. Though it looks to me like, yeah, Faye might be the easy next target. So, right. Problem is, that might be Faye. So, okay, she might need to be manipulated. Just to make sure we know what's going on. Drop down nice and careful. This does not feel like a location I really want to have dropped down into, but... okay, it might also potentially let me get to the neuroamp. Right, just sneak up here. No trouble. No. Ooh. Which way are you facing? Which way are you? Right, you're Faye. I think you need to be, yeah, manipulated. So just to manipulate you. Nice and fast. Let's just check if we can actually get into your computer. Please. There we go. No trouble. Right, advanced, but I can do advanced. That's fine. Okay, crack you open. Just run the Overseer program and then get back the cock out before she snaps out of it. Right, you just have a very nice day while I just sneak straight back downstairs past the guards, etc, etc, and into the vents, and away we go. And you know what? You should stay in, yeah, this mode. Because otherwise you are 100% gonna miss some of the automated turrets. So, right, sneak this way. There's neuroamp, but I suspect we might be able to, like, you know, get round the back of it a little bit by going round here if we're lucky. Right, just sneak past all of... oh, blimey. Okay. Looks to me like, yeah, that's the right door. Problem is, opening it. I say opening it. There is also just an up. But I don't fancy my chances of jetpacking around too much without being, you know, spotted, especially given... oh, hang on. What do these various buttons do? Like, I'm seeing all sorts of buttons, but I don't just want to start randomly pushing them. Right, just wait for you to... no, no, no. No, no, no. What do you think you're doing? None of that. Right, manipulate you. And you. I need you to open the door. Oh, yeah, she just did precisely what I wanted. That door is now open, so you're also 100% stuck on the scenery. Good job, buddy, well done. Just keep my eyes open. Right. You are both facing that way. Sneak into... here. Get the... no. Well, no one's yelling guards, guards, which makes me think, hopefully, that was just a Hoover or something. But okay. To date, this is not going too bad. Just... No, seriously, who the cock is? No, 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 no trouble. No trouble, right. There's windows dotted about and just... There's a lot of people, like, everywhere right now. You know what you should do, John? You should shut the cocking door behind you. Because this is... Okay, well, just in case you're going into caution, just go, 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 go. Just, no. No trouble at all. Right, I'm now sealed in here, and the people out there can't see. Meaning my only real concern is, yes, the engineer who's in here with me. And I'm pretty sure you go between the project and something over here. Something tacky. Yeah, there you go. You're going there now, aren't you? You just go between the two. So, alright. Just wait for you to... Why do I go into caution sometimes? I don't know. Someone's putting me in caution. It's probably a Hoover. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Though I suspect we might need to, yes, like, do something pertaining to these shutters. Can we shut the shutters? Sometimes you can. I just don't see a switch for it right now. Oh, hang on. I think that might be it right there, in fact. There is a switch. So, okay. Just check your location. Make sure we get you nice and... No, just... Please cooperate with me. Just cooperate with me. There we go. She's on side. There is a science crate here. I don't need you to look at that. That's no. Somehow we're not detected. Crack that open. Grab that. Time to maybe GTFO before you, like, you know, wake up or... No. Still. We're clinging on to caution. The stealth system in this game is deeply confusing. I feel like I may have just set an alarm going, by the way. There's definitely an alarm going off right now, and that's concerning, actually. It's possible I was supposed to... Oh, you definitely have got your gun out. Okay, they're getting guns out right now. Security is definitely aware that something has gone a bit wrong. If they see me, we just book it back to the vents and we reevaluate that. But I'm kind of hoping if we just hit that, back away, then no. No trouble. Just wait for you to walk away now. Oh, hang on. Someone started... Uh-oh. Someone's... Never mind. People have started immediately... Okay, hang on. I think the woman in there saw me when I was waiting for the right moment. So, okay. What we're going to do now is we're just going to just, maybe get back into a thing. There we go. No trouble. We haven't shot anybody. Alright. It was just a mysterious unknown flip. Okay. We did that, like... 95% really well and sneaky. Just went, you know, a bit wrong at the end. Right, I see you. You're trying to guard the exit. Good job. I understand why you'd be trying, but no dice today. We're just going to be... Say no dice today. We might struggle to, get back into the, yeah, vent with you there. John, psychic powers. You have psychic powers. Use them. Alright, I don't need you to do anything aside from, like, you know, run away and whatnot. Just run away and pretend you didn't see anything. Alright, and now we just very quickly, yeah, climb up here. No trouble at all, buddy. Lovely. That gets me back up to... possibly marketing, I'm not sure. And alright, given the alarms, the guards are a bit on the jittery side in here as well. Hang on. If I could just get to it, could I take the elevator up to the roof? Because sure, this floor's restricted, but the roof isn't. Right, just drop Down, in we go, and... holy flip me, that actually worked. And I could probably have done that from R&D, meaning... oh, John, you cocky genius. Right, you do not need to get back out again. Once you've got the stuff, just make it to any working lift shaft, and you can just go straight back up to the roof and walk straight out the... I was about to say front door. It's not the front door, John, that's kind of the point. So, okay, moseying over to SSNN. David, I have got a good anonymous tip for you.
As long as the evidence is adequate and verifiable, I expect it'll be aired within the hour, if not sooner. Now, if you'll excuse me, I obviously have some work to do.
Alright, job a cocked done, and with that, yes, Alaru should be in trouble, and that may well in fact be the end of the entire Ryujin business, I'm not sure. Alright, Misako, good news. Everything has been completed and not a single Hoover was shot while I was doing it.
I've yet to hear anything of note on SSNN. Let's hear your report.
And yes, indeed, should be any moment now. He was sounding very confident he could get it done fast.
Good. David won't be able to resist a story like this. He'll do some preliminary confirmations, which will be enough to get the broadcast out to the public. Once the story airs, we have another board meeting scheduled to decide how to handle Infinity. Go ahead, Maeve.
The SSNN broadcast has started. Shall I patch it through?
Yes, thank you.
Infinity Ltd. and Lucas Drexler are currently under investigation for a number of violations, including murder for hire, unauthorized human trials, and corporate theft. Authorities representing the UC and the Freestar Collective have been dispatched to a consolidated mining station and the clinic. Both locations are believed to hold numerous victims. Drexler's motivation appears to be an attempt to launch a new product based off stolen information from a competitor. The details on the project itself and the competitor have yet to be confirmed. This has been David Barron for SSNN.
Perfect. This exposure puts Infinity right where we want them. The meeting will begin momentarily, but I want you to discuss the options we have with the other members. Infinity's net worth is about to hit rock bottom, so this gives us the opportunity to win a little more public faith.
And okay, when you say that, right. Despite everything you've just done and leaked, you know full well they've got other good projects on the go, which you can now acquire for basically nothing, and you look like the good guy while you're doing it for saving jobs, right?
The truth is, we'll be making evaluations. We'll shed any employees who don't make the cut, slowly but surely. By incorporating Infinity, we eliminate a competitor, get their best employees and contracts, and all while boosting our public perception.
I will say, what's rather nice about this questline is, it does feel very grimy and gross every step of the way. Which it should do, because it is, but, Right. Yes, I feel like now might be a good time for me to start, finding my moral compass and whatnot, given I've literally got the turn off free will button embedded in my head.
It is the right thing. For Ryujin. Which is why I'd like you to talk to the board to convince them this is the right move. There are several who might disagree, and you have the perfect tool to help sway them.
Okay, so it's day 2 of the neuroamp thingy, and you're already saying, hey, let's use it on our own co-workers. Oh, well, this is just not good, is it?
We'll need at least 50% of the vote to go our way. In the event of a tie, I will make the final decision. I trust you'll get it done.
Okay. Money, XP, drugs, etc., and... okay. Apparently we've now got to, yes, basically, persuade everyone to vote in a particular way, and... you know what? Alaru I don't feel bad about. That one's fine. Alaru, screw you.
Did Misako send you to try and convince me to acquire Infinity Ltd? I think we both know that's not going to work.
And okay, what happens if I was to... I mean, I was hoping to, like, you know, just use the McGibble, like I saw during the building, but fine. Apparently we need to at least begin having a nice discussion with you. Look, it's gonna be good PR.
Our public perception is good enough. If you ask me, reaching out to save Infinity just makes us look weak. The internal neuroamp gives us the power to crush our competitors, not take them under our wing. This is exactly why Masako's time as CEO is finished.
Okay, so, funny old thing you should mention that internal neuroamp thingy. Here we go, and let's just, you know, get inside her head a bit, just like she did to poor Imogene.
Well, it does make Ryujin look good. And we do gain a wider customer base, which means higher profits. As long as everyone has Ryujin's best interests in mind, this should make for an interesting meeting.
And there we flippy go, lovely. Oh, though speaking of which... Right, I plan on bringing up the neuroamp in the meeting. Meaning potentially... Right, I think it would be... Wait, hang on. Is it ethical to use the neuroamp to persuade these people to, like, ban the neuroamp? Is that a thing I could do, or a thing I should do? Oh, that's actually slightly morally complicated.
Dalton and Alexis are the only two against it. You'd never get the rest to shut it down.
Right, Dalton and Alexis would vote against the neuroamp, and you're gonna vote against it too.
Dangerous indeed. For all I know, you're using it right now. The irony. Perhaps I didn't see it earlier, but you're right. The moment a competitor reverse engineers Vina's work, it'll be chaos. The last thing I want is to have my brain scrambled because some engineer didn't do their due diligence. Now, if you'll excuse me, I still have a lot of preparations to make.
Alright, so now we know what's going on with you two. Let's just lock down the neuroamp discussion. Right, Alexis. I know for a fact you're gonna vote against the neuroamp, but let's just confirm that. Though first, right, Infinity Ltd, with her, we'll try and do a persuade.
Alright, I could use the entertainment. Tell me why Infinity is a good asset.
Honestly, it's not, but oh. A +4 in green, that's manipulation. Okay, sure I'm using manipulation, but like, that argument does make sense. So, okay, we're gonna use commerce. Commerce is good, that makes sense, right? The business benefits, and it's also not like taking away her free will.
Have you been spending too much time with Lyndon? There's more to this than just credits.
I think you're working for the wrong company here, Alexis. Look, just keep on trying, okay? We can push this through with some nice greens. There we go. Lovely. Alright, just need one more green +2, which with the outfit should be fine. So, yes, indeed. Let's just, you know, make it happen, Alexis.
I suppose I might be overreacting a little.
Okay, there we go. So that's been locked down. Good. And as for the internal neuroamp, yes, let's, you know, make sure we shut that down as well.
First off, if I find out you used that device on me, I will tie you up in court on whatever charges I can conjure for the rest of your life. Second, that tech is one major human rights violation that no legal team wants to fight. I'll do whatever I can to make sure it's either severely delayed or collects dust in storage.
Sorry, I forgot you were already against it. Lovely. Okay, so we're up to, yes, a 3 in favour of Infinity. I just need 1 more by the looks of it, and, yes, you already, we know, are going to be against the neuroamp, so we just need to convince you to acquire Infinity, and we should be golden. Just pop a Paramore, John, that's what it's cooking for.
I imagine we're looking at months of work. Infinity Ltd is obviously not known for their security. I only hope that Masako and the others will be patient with the process. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have some preparations to make. We'll be announcing Ularu's termination of employment at this meeting, so I need to have security ready to escort her off the premises.
Never mind, he was already voting entirely as I wanted him to. Against the AMP, but in favour of the acquisition. Lovely. So, right, with that, we should be almost there. I just need to make sure, yeah, Masako's outvoted when it comes to the AMP itself. Right, Lyndon, I'm gonna be honest, me and you have barely cooking spoken, but let's make sure you're voting in the right way.
You've had the chance to encounter members of Infinity Ltd. Throughout your assignments here. Do you think they're worth redemption? And why?
100% I do. Let's save some jobs, buddy.
Saving the jobs of thousands is altruistic, which is not a luxury corporations have. It's a financial burden. It would be a huge undertaking on my part.
Okay, probably shouldn't have gone down that route, but... Okay. Look, I don't want to use the thingy on you, but... You did just kind of, say a very mean thing about not caring about all those people. You know what? Screw it. You also get the thingy going in your brain. Alright, so with that done, alright. At this point, it doesn't really matter what we do with anybody else. The matter has already been resolved in my favour. The amp's banned, and Infinity's going to be acquired. Right, so that's all we can do here. Let's see how it's all going to shake out, because by the sounds of it, yeah, things are going to work very much in my favour. And I'm going to be honest, I did end up using, the manipulation amp a bit more than I was expecting. But, some of these people are kind of monsters.
All right, everyone. As you all know, we've successfully exposed Infinity Ltd.'s botched human trials and murder for hire through SSNN. The public is demanding their leadership, namely Lucas Drexler, face trial, and he's probably writing his resignation as we speak. Ryujin will be launching a statement, but I believe now is the perfect time to acquire Infinity Ltd.
And yes, indeed, this will go through and nice and easy.
Arguments? None? Excellent. Moving on, then.
I think what we're all overlooking is what led us to this situation to begin with. Yes, our security was compromised. But considering Dalton was hired by Masako, the issue obviously starts at the top. In fact, I propose that Masako be removed from CEO altogether.
Ularu, this isn't a line you want to cross.
And considering you're the mole, if anyone's going to be removed from power, it's going to be you.
Hold up. Are you saying you lied to us?
Dalton, the last meeting we had, you distinctly said Imogene was the mole, and she'd been dealt with.
And I'm afraid that was indeed a bit of a lie. Sorry about that.
Do you even have any proof to back up this outrageous claim?
Of course we do. The malicious code you hid on this slate to upload incriminating evidence against Masako onto Lucas Drexler's computer.
To put it bluntly, Ularu, you're fired. Security will hold you in your office until a proper exit interview can be done.
This isn't right. I should at least have the opportunity to resign.
And allow you to still be marketable to a competitor? I don't think so. This may be news to me, and I will be reviewing the evidence closely. But this isn't something you just get to walk away from.
Security, escort Miss Chen to her office and see that she stays put.
You'll regret this. All of you.
I believe the only regret would be trusting you to begin with.
All right, back to business. All in favor of acquiring Infinity Ltd?
Aye.
Good. Alexis, start drawing up the necessary documentation. Anyone have anything else they'd like to bring up?
So, funny old thing, let's talk about neuroamps.
The internal neuroamp is a key component of Ryujin Industries' success for the next 10 years, if not more. Why would we shelve it after we've finally perfected it?
Because, would you believe it, everyone round the table has mysteriously decided it's a terrible idea. As indeed, they could decide anything I cocking want them to decide. And that's probably a pretty compelling argument for why it shouldn't be allowed, Masako.
I must agree. We can't go through with production on technology like this until certain safeties can be guaranteed.
Very well. All in favor of shelving Project Dominion?
Aye.
Vina, prep Project Dominion for storage. This concludes our order of business for today.
And there we go. And yes, I'd like to think ideally this might have taught Masako a bit of a lesson.
Shelving the internal neuroamp. Not the outcome I anticipated.
And okay, yes indeed, the fact it was so easy to make the board do what I wanted was in fact itself the proof that this amp is a terrible idea.
A fine point, but it still proves its usefulness. The truth remains, Lucas Drexler learned a hard lesson, and we exposed a traitor among us. You've proven yourself to be quite the asset here at Ryujin. Imogene's instincts were right about you. Now, as promised, I have your bonus. I hope you'll find it appropriate for all you've done. And I'm promoting you to senior operative. You've more than earned it.
And there we flippy go. I suspect, yes, that may well be as high as we could get in Ryujin. I'm gonna be honest, a 5 grand is pretty cocking. Never mind, then there was another, like, 8 grand and a bit. I mean, 13 grand total, still pretty flimsy under the circumstances. And with that done, right, I can confirm, we are now done with every single main faction mission, because, yes, all that remains is handing over the evidence to Toft, which is probably not really worth doing at this point, because all the people in question are dead, because I shot them. And with that, I suspect, yes, we're rapidly heading towards the end of the game, so, right. How about we call it a part there, but next time, we're getting back to the main cocking plot, heading over to Luna to learn more about the artifacts. Because yes, indeed, just looking over the galaxy, we've pretty much explored everything there is to explore. There's like maybe, I don't know, 10 or 20 systems in the entire game we've not visited yet. So, right, as I say, we are rapidly heading towards the end here. Still, before that, we've got to get hold of more artifacts, more powers, more revelations. So hopefully, you are looking forward to that. But in the meantime, I've been John, this has been Many a True Nerd, and this has been Starfield. Thank you very much, and goodbye.
Ah, we have got a gate key here, and then we have got... I've made a mistake, I've made a mistake, I've made a mistake, I've made a mistake! This is going to take all of my skill and cunning as a hunter to sort out... Die, you mooing bastards! Die! Die! Go away. Go away, nobody likes you. That was a good idea till it wasn't.